John Beltran back in Fort Morgan getting ready here for the boys game after the Mountain View girls defeated Fort Morgan 81-22 behind 19 points for Madison Branscombe, who led 4 players in double figures. Boys game should be pretty good. On January 13th in Loveland, Mountain View defeated Fort Morgan 48-40. Mustangs go into this game with a 2-9 league record, 5-11 overall. Led by senior Wesley Carnes, averaging 21 points a game. Mountain View is 6-5 in the league, 8-7 on the season. They've got 15 points a game from Noah Phillips, 2 players in double figures in the scoring column. Phillips a senior. So they're a little bit more balanced because Wesley Carnes really has to carry the load in this Fort Morgan offense. The other player from Mountain View is Javier Carrillo, averaging an even 10 points a game. In fact, Phillips is almost at 16 a game. So looking forward to this one. Right now, Fort Morgan is 34th going into today, 34th in the RPI. You take 32 to the state tournament, so there's still a shot. There's still a shot for this Mustang team, but they've got to win tonight. They really have to win, even though I believe Mountain View is a 5A team. But again, it's a crossover in this particular league. Mustang starting lineup brought to you by B&B Appliance. From refrigerators to vacuums and everything in between, they have exactly what you need and service it too. B&B Appliance. Let's get to the starting lineups. For Mountain View, Aiden Van Seal, along with Javi Carrillo, Noah Phillips, Zachary Wind. Majority of these are seniors. And Gavin Hatch. Yeah, we want to take it downstairs, but I don't think our mic will pick it up sufficiently. As they go through the pregame prep from Ricky, the PA, as they did for the girls' game, because basically it's a new crowd, it's a bigger crowd for this second game, which is normally the case where the boys draw more than the girls. Well, and part of that is that it's the late game. All your JV and C stuff is over. When the girls play, normally there's a C or a JV game going on in the auxiliary gym at the same time. And that splits the crowd. So Aiden Vansel, who is a junior, along with Gavin Hatch, Carrillo, Phillips, and Zachary Wind. And Wind's a tremendous athlete. He's got some leaps. We saw him in the game in Loveland. And this team is tall and long, and Nathan Gherkin's going to have to do the job down low to defend Mountain View. For the Mustangs, they go with Rodrigo Alvarez, along with junior Aiden Garver. Nathan Gherkin, the senior Forrest Jordan, and the aforementioned 21-point-a-game scorer, Wesley Carnes, under the tutelage there of head coach TJ Schneider. The Mustangs are in their home whites and Mountain View in their road purples. Yeah, the problem with Fort Morgan this season, they've been undersized in a lot of games. They really have to get it done from the outside because they've got one big player, that's Nathan Gherkin. And if he doesn't have a big game, then it's really difficult on Fort Morgan because he's got to do the majority. Now, Aiden Garver is a tremendous athlete as well. He's got some height. And that's one of the reasons, besides his basketball ability, he's in the starting lineup. Opening tip is brought to you by Equitable Savings and Loan. Borrow locally from people you know. Equitable has been providing personal bankers to help you through all the steps Stop by one of 10 locations across the plains or visit equitable-savings.com. Zachary Wynn, jumping center, with Nathan Gherkin. Right past the top of the hour, this is Morgan County's B106 KPRB. Brush, Fort Morgan. And the tip is controlled by Fort Morgan. Jordan has to Carnes. He lays it up and in to the basket. Wesley Carnes clutched it in midair. He scores 5 seconds into the game. On the outside right is Hatch. Hatch with the basketball on the right wing. Left-handed dribble back out to Wynn. Cross-court pass is taken by Carrillo. Swings it right side. Here is Phillips to Carrillo. Now it's Gavin Hatch. Left-handed dribble. Pulls up from 14. Off the back of the rim. Hits it twice. No good. Wynn, though, grabs the rebound on the left baseline. Wynn, cross-court pass to the top for Vansel on the right wing. Here is a three-pointer that is up and no good by Carrillo. The ball's into the hands of Wesley Carnes. Long pass to Gherkin. Lays it up and he misses, but a foul on Javi Carrillo. Beautiful pass, and Gherkin to the rack. And Gherkin now to the line to shoot two. Yeah, Fort Morgan has a couple of league victories, one here against Thompson Valley. Free throw is up and in. The other one at Skyline, a come from behind 69-65 win. 3-0 Mustangs. Second free throw, got it. Good looking stroke there by Nathan Gherkin. Here's the left-handed dribble into the front court by Vansel, picked up by Carnes. This is a man-to-man defense. Wynn on the right wing. Phillips, right wing three, is off the left side of the rim. Ball is tipped around. It's taken by Wynn. He hooks and misses. Wynn then commits the foul. He went over the back. Second foul committed by Mountain View. Light pressure in the backcourt. 4-0 Fort Morgan. 6:53 to go in the first. Baseball pass in the backcourt to Garver from Carnes. Jump pass to Carnes. Carnes with a left-handed dribble, left to the lane. Hesitation move, ball poked out of bounds from behind. Off that little stutter step, Carnes to throw it in. If Wesley gets that outside shot going, he's pretty tough to stop. Carnes looking. Inside to Rodrigo Alvarez, puts up an air ball. Carrillo comes down with the basketball on that little runner. Here on the left wing is Vansel at the top now for Hatch. Hatch dribbles to his left, now crosses over, back to his right. On the right wing to Vansel, right of the free throw line to Wynn. Has the ball stripped by Wesley Carnes. Here's Carnes with one to beat, lost control, out of bounds. Tried to go behind his back, I guess, or maybe throw it behind his back to the cutting Jordan. And it will be Mountain View basketball with 6:24 to go in the opening quarter. Fort Morgan 4, Mountain View nothing. Here comes Aiden Vansel, the point guard for Mountain View, met by Carnes. Swings it at the top for Phillips. Back to Vansel on the right wing behind that three-point line. Looking down low at the top now for Carrillo. Carrillo dribbles by Alvarez. Jump pass to Vansel, fakes the three at the free throw line. Now to Hatch. Here is Phillips. Baseball pass inside, poked away by Gherkin, and it's intercepted by Wesley Carnes. Carnes the other way, banks and misses, and the ball is loose. It's picked up by Zachary Wind. Wind with his third rebound. Baseball pass to Phillips. Phillips all the way, banks and scores to the right of the basket. And what do we have here? Substitution. Noah Phillips with a basket. And Wesley Carnes, I guess, is injured. Maybe jammed a thumb or dislocated something. He is out of the game. And Zavala is in. That's a big loss for the Mustangs. Forrest Jordan just traveled. His foot kept sliding once he dribbled into the front court. 5:39 remaining first quarter. Fort Morgan 4, Mountain View 2. The concern, though, for Wesley Carnes, hopefully just jammed it and can come right back into the game. They need that offense. They don't have enough without him. Crossing midcourt is Hatch. Now to Phillips in the right corner. Vansel three is up and no good, but the rebound is pulled down by Hatch. Hatch now to Carrillo. Swings it near the top to Noah Phillips. Here's Vansel. Vansel sets up the offense. Cross court to Carrillo against Gherkin. Then the pass gets it to Wynn. Inside the three-point line, misses. And the ball is loose, and it's still loose. Poked into the back court. That's going to be an over and back because Vansel poked it into the back court. That's a good call. That is an over and back. So you can't grab a rebound in the back court when it's touched by a teammate in the front court. On the offensive end, out of the game is Wind. Into the game is Ashton Gilbert for Mountain View. Rodrigo Alvarez spinning near midcourt, dribbles across the timeline. He's got to get rid of the basketball, nearly lost it. Bounce pass to Garver, spins into the lane all the way, hooks it up, and he missed it. Ball is tipped around, and it's taken away by Gilbert to Mountain View. 4:53 to go in the first, still 4-2 Fort Morgan. Gilbert swings it to Vansel, now to Gilbert. Right wing triple, short. The ball headed out of bounds and saved in. Throwing it from behind was Hatch, and he saves it in to Vansel. Vansel near midcourt. Setting up this Mountain View offense again. Chest pass, right wing to Hatch in the right corner to Gilbert. Guarded by Aiden Garver. Back out on the high right. Here is Phillips. Phillips cross court to Vansel. Fakes the three against Zavala into the lane. Turning, kicking it back out. Phillips, long three. Back rimmed and Zavala goes high for the Mustang rebound. Isaias Zavala into the front court to Rodrigo Alvarez. Left corner, Garver penetrates all the way. Puts it up and in. Off the glass, Aiden Garver with a strong move. 6-2 Fort Morgan, 4 minutes to go. Here is Phillips in the left corner, takes the three. Back rim, no. Rebound to Gilbert, goes back up, and he misses. And then the rebound is pulled away. Nope, not yet. It's taken by Carrillo. Carrillo inside to Phillips, and lost the ball, got it back, and then he's fouled. Foul trying to go for a shot. Rodrigo Alvarez got him on the floor. First foul by the Mustangs. And Wesley Carnes back in. Did he get taped up? Nope, I don't think so. And into the game for the first time is Chase Redding. And to throw it in is going to be Cameron Borchert. Just checked in. Lobs it inside, taken by Carrillo, puts it up and in. He just had the height over Zavala. And Carrillo scooped it in at 6-4. Redding in the backcourt. Redding was fouled by Carrillo. Second foul on Carrillo. That might send him to the bench with 2 early fouls unless they're unaware, just want to keep him out there and take that risk. Nope. Here comes Zachary Wynn, but that's going to be a little bit too late. Carnes to get it in the backcourt to Zavala. Zavala trapped over there. Bounce pass to Garver. Got to get it into the front court. Then Garver had the ball poked out of bounds by Carrillo, but you got to get it into the front court. 3/4 court. Check it. Quarter court. And Garver to throw it in. Carrillo's out with the 2 fouls. Again, Zachary Wind is back into the game. 3.5 to go. Low scoring first quarter. Mountain View trails Fort Morgan 6-4. Garver lobs it into Wesley Carnes. Carnes dribbles to his right. Picked up by Hatch. Working off a pick from Zavala. Behind his back. At the free throw line. Puts up a runner. Good. Little 10-foot runner straight away for Wesley Carnes. All types of offense for the senior in his game. He's got 4 points. It's 8-4. Left wing for Gilbert. Back out to Phillips. Phillips against Garber. Dribbles to his left. Spinning. Back out to Wind. Wind in the lane all the way. Scoops it up. And an offensive foul. He scores, but it doesn't count. Wesley Carnes with a contact. Zachary Wind commits his second foul. That's also a turnover on the Mountain Lions. With just over 3 minutes to go in the first. Backcourt pressure being applied. Both offenses really scuffling. Wesley Carnes in the backcourt. Bounce pass to Garber. Garber picked up by Wind. Jump pass to Carnes. Carnes with a crossover dribble against Phillips, working off a screen. Left of the lane all the way, and he's going to be fouled on the floor. 15 foul on Mountain View. This one committed by Noah Phillips is first, so Carrillo's got 2. Zachary Wind has 2. And here's Carson Kissinger, who's into the game for Wind. Some foul concerns for Mountain View. Carnes to throw it in. Left corner for Redding. Back out to Zavala. Zavala to his right. Swings it over to Carnes. He'll take the 3. Yes! Wesley Carnes has got 7 points in the first quarter. The lead is 7. 11-4 Fort Morgan. 2:36 to go. On the left wing is Gavin Hatch against Zavala. Puts it up and he misses, but a foul. Unless they say it was on the floor, but I thought it was on the shot. Yep, 2 free throws. Zavala with his first. And the left-handed shooting Gavin Hatch to the line. For 3 decades, Horizon Turf Nursery has been providing quality sod, high-quality sod. Free throw is good. The finest sod available is on the horizon. Horizon Turf Nursery, 15470 County Road 11 in Fort Morgan. Second free throw for Gavin Hatch after the first one went through is in the air, and that's good. Mustang lead is down to 5, 11-6. Carnes across the timeline. Carnes on the right wing. Jump pass over to Garver. Garver fakes the 3, dribbles left of the lane, leans, puts it up, and a foul as he missed. I think Zachary Wynn might have committed the foul. Nope, it's going to be Borchert. Yeah, Wynn, that's right. They look like the same player, but they're not, obviously. Borchert with his first. Aiden Garver to the stripe. To shoot 2. Garver spins, shoots, and connects. Piece of cake for Garver. Rodrigo Alvarez checks back in for Zavala. Fort Morgan 12, Mountain View 6. Second free throw for Garver is up and rattles out, and the rebound to Kissinger of Mountain View. There's the outlet to Hatch. Hatch with a dribble, chest pass, front court, 3 in the corner. Borchert, yes. Cameron Borchert was wide open, and he cuts the lead in half. Carnes the other way. Carnes against Borchert, 12-9. Parking lot 3 is off to the right, and Gherkin tried to chase it down. It's out of bounds. Mountain View basketball. Aiden Vansel is back in for Gavin Hatch. Mountain View can tie it with a 3. Approaching the 2-minute mark of the first quarter. Mountain View girls won tonight in Fort Morgan, 81-22. The boys, after winning 48-40 over Fort Morgan on January 13th, are going for the sweep. Vansel over to Borchert. His 3 is off to the right, and the ball is tipped around, still tipped. Garver gets it into Redding. That's a nice rebound there by Aiden Garver. Here's Wesley Carnes, left of the lane. He's double-teamed over there. Jump pass, cross court to Garver, right of the lane, into the paint, scoops it up and he missed it, left it short. The ball is loose. Garver tries to chase it down and does. An athletic player is Aiden Garver, and then the ball is loose in the backcourt. Referee nearly goes flying, and it's out of bounds as Garver nearly went into the scorer's table. And I think Fort Morgan, nope, they're not going to retain possession. That was a mess. Yeah, they're going to give it to Mountain View. They'll give it to Mountain View, apparently. No, now it's Fort Morgan's way with 90 seconds to go. Fort Morgan 12, Mountain View 9. Alvarez gets it in backcourt to Wesley Carnes. Carnes will engineer the offense for the Mustangs. Chest pass to Alvarez, left wing to Garver. Garver against Phillips at the top. Redding, wide open 3 is off the back of the rim. And the ball is loose, rebounded by Alvarez off the hop. In the right corner, Gherkin fakes the 3, then slams into Gilbert. Offensive foul. That's great defense there by Gilbert. Mountain View with 1:09 to go in the first quarter, down 12-9. Here is Ashton Gilbert getting it into Vansel. Mustangs again still in that, it's a loose zone right now. Kind of man-to-man and zone at the same time. It depends where the ball's in the court. Kissinger on the high left against Rodrigo Alvarez. Over to Borchert, right corner. Vansel fakes the 3, dribbles to his left against Wesley Carnes. 48 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Mountain View 12, or check at Fort Morgan 12, Mountain View 9. Gilbert all the way, banks, and he misses an easy one. Garver goes high for the Mustang rebound. That's his 3rd on the outlet to Carnes. Carnes against Vansel, dribbles by him, dribbles by his 2nd. Right-handed dribble, left of the lane. Left corner for Redding. Redding with 28 seconds to go. Then Redding lost control, got it back. Redding's got to get rid of it and does on a jump pass to Carnes. Chase was a little bit out of control, but they retain possession. Carnes on the high left. Left wing to Gherkin, 15 seconds to go. Redding straight away with 12. Right wing to Carnes, fakes the 3, and then We've got a whistle away from the ball. Foul is on Gilbert. For Gilbert, that's his first. That should be free throws. 1 and 1. It's a 7th. They did this in the girls' game. They had 7. Why are we not shooting? In the girls' game, there were 7 fouls, and they didn't take a free throw for some reason. When Mountain View had committed the 7, then Shaylin Ramirez scored on the next possession. This time they've got it right. Aiden Garver was fouled away from the basketball. He will shoot the 1 and 1. Free throw is up and in. Mustangs lead 13-9. Second free throw coming up for the junior. Garver dribbles, bends, shoots, and scores. 14-9 Fort Morgan. Vansel at midcourt's got to get rid of it quick. He's got 6. He's got 5. Straight away with 3. Lobs at right corner. Kessinger 3 is blocked by Alvarez. And that is the end of the first quarter. It's Fort Morgan 14, Mountain View 9 on B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. John Beltran back with you. The Mustang girls lost tonight to Mountain View 81-22, and the Mustang boys are leading 14-9 in Fort Morgan at Stan Lampe Gymnasium. Chase Redding, Wesley Carnes, Rodrigo Alvarez, Aiden Garver, and Forrest Jordan for the Mustangs. Cameron Borchert, Javi Carrillo, Noah Phillips, Aiden Vansel with the ball, and Dylan Garland for Mountain View making his first appearance. Inside pass to Carrillo, knocked away by Jordan, intercepted by Garver. Garver hands it off to Wesley Carnes. Carnes for Fort Morgan. He had 7 points in the opening quarter. Now to Garver. Jump pass inside right through Jordan's hands out of bounds. That's a tough pass there, but Jordan was cutting to the basket into the bench. 4 turnovers for each team. Yeah, neither team had the shot in the first quarter except Carnes. He scored as many points as Mountain View. Borchert, cross-court baseball pass to Garland. Left baseline to Vansel. Against Wesley Carnes, dribbles to his right at the top, swings it right side to Phillips, into the lane, leans, banks, and scores. With the left hand, Noah Phillips, averaging nearly 16 points a game, has got 4, with 7:09 to go before halftime. Rodrigo Alvarez, chest pass to Garver into the front court. On the right wing, Carnes fakes the 3, spins, turns, he travels. Clearly traveled there. Out of control was Carnes. As he goes to the floor, yeah, he's got to be under control. He's got a great offensive game, but can't do anything there. 7 fouls committed by Mountain View in the first quarter. The Mustangs with 3, and that's one of the reasons that Wesley wants to be aggressive to get to the free throw line. Vansel on the high left of Phillips, looking down low. Now to Carrillo. Carrillo had the ball stripped by Redding, and then the ball is poked into the backcourt out of bounds, and it is off Mountain View. Fort Morgan basketball. 5 turnovers for each team. Great defense by Chase Redding. And to trigger it in three-quarters court is Carnes. Bounce pass to Alvarez, picked up by Garland. A little bit of a hand check there. Alvarez between the legs, dribbles to his right and fouled. Yeah, you got to call that every time. That is a ridiculously silly foul by Garland, 25 feet away from the basket, 18 foul. Yeah, you hand check, you make it too obvious after that. Alvarez did not score in the opening quarter. It's a 1-1. Here for the senior, Rodrigo Alvarez. He bends, he shoots, and misses. Rebound to Carrillo. That's his second. With the basketball on the right wing is Garland. Left-handed dribble into the paint. Jump pass inside Carrillo. Banks and scores. Beautiful pass by Garland. It's now a 1-point game. Fort Morgan 14, Mountain View 13. Then the ball is thrown away in the backcourt. Carrillo puts it up and in. Mustangs commit their 3rd turnover of the quarter already. 6 in the game. Alvarez losing control at midcourt. I don't know what they're doing. Here's Vansel at the free throw line, and then he's fouled. I mean, I think T.J. Schneider needs to call a timeout. That is just horrendous basketball by the Mustangs. The fouls committed by Forrest Jordan. I mean, just out of control. Almost like what happened at Skyline, even though the Mustangs rallied to win that game. But Mountain View is a better team than Skyline. You can't get away with that. Now they're down by 1. Vansel will throw it in. Right corner for Carrillo. Jump pass over to Hatch back into the game. Bounces it to Vansel on the right wing. Right corner. 3 by Borchert is no good. Nice rebound by Rodrigo Alvarez. Now let's run an offense here via the Mustangs. Then the ball is thrown out of bounds, intended for Jordan. If they're going to play the street ball, they've got no shot in this game. I mean, just really awful looking basketball offensively to begin this second quarter. Mustangs have not scored. Mountain View has 6 points in the quarter, and Fort Morgan has committed 5 turnovers. And that is beyond awful. They got to pick up their game right now. Hatch on the outside left of Vansel against Carnes, near the top for Garland. Chest pass, right side Carrillo, jump pass, poked out of bounds by Gherkin. Mountain View with a basketball once again. Vansel to throw it in. 5:40 to go in the second. 15-14 Mountain View. There's the lob to Hatch. Hatch on the right wing. Vansel fakes the 3, dribbles to his left, throws up a runner from 10, no good. And the ball is rebounded by Wynn, kicking back out. Garland 3, yes. Dylan Garland scores off the Wynn rebound and assist. Long pass to Gherkin, 18-14. It's now a 9-0 run. Making an 11-0 run for Mountain View. It was 14-7 at one point. Here is Forrest Jordan on the left wing against Carrillo. Hands it off to Alvarez, and we got a whistle and a foul. And this is going to be against Garland. This will be the 1-1 again. Garland has committed 2 fouls that probably didn't make much sense. 1 away from the ball. This will hopefully stop what is an 11-0 run for Mountain View. Aiden Garver, 3 out of 4 from the line. That's the 19th foul, so still a 1-1. And the free throw is up, and that's good for Aiden Garver. Mountain View 18, Fort Morgan 15. 5:09 to go before the break. And free throw number 2 is coming up. Garver bends, shoots, and connects. Down to a 2-point lead for the Mountain Lions. Aiden Vansel met by Wesley Carnes. Over to Carrillo. Cross-court pass. Here is Zachary Wind at the free throw line, into the lane. Jump pass, left corner. Faking the 3 as Carrillo pulls up. Shot is blocked, but a foul. From 10 feet away, Gherkin got him across the wrist. Nathan with his second. Carrillo's got 6 points, 4 in the quarter. He'll shoot 2. Like a good neighbor, State Farm agent Greg Mullen is there. 970-842-4555. Outstanding work as always by State Farm agent Greg Mullen. And the first free throw is in for Javi Carrillo. Redding is back in, and Gherkin is out. Mountain View 19, Fort Morgan 16. Second free throw for Carrillo is in the air, and he left it very short, but he grabs the rebound. The Mustangs don't block out. Over to Garland. On the outside left here is Wind. Wind left of the free throw line, into the lane. He falls. Is that going to be a foul on Garver? Maybe it is. It was contact, yep. Garver with his first. It's the team's 6th. Waiting to throw it in. Zavala about to check back in. That was only the first for Garver. Who's he coming in for? I'm not sure. I don't think he was shooting there. I don't believe he was shooting. That's not a shooting foul. He was on the floor. Yeah, that's... Wow, they're giving him 2 free throws. I didn't understand that. I mean, he was driving to the basket, but I don't think there was ever a shot attempt. Nonetheless, 2 free throws for Zachary Wind. First one is up and good. Mountain View back up by 4, 20-16. Zavala, Jordan, Redding, Carnes, and Rodrigo Alvarez. Second free throw, and that is a beauty. Nothing but net. Mountain View with their biggest lead of 5, 21-16. Carnes in the backcourt, got to get rid of it. Jump pass to Redding, still in the backcourt. Crosses the timeline on the high left, spins, kicks it back out to Alvarez. Jump pass to Carnes. Carnes against Wind, backs up, fakes the 3, dribbles, bounce pass inside to Jordan. Jordan is trapped over there. He's triple teamed. Then there's a whistle and a 3-second violation anyway against the Mustangs. 6 turnovers in the quarter. Fort Morgan's only got 2 points. Luckily, they're only down 5. Gavin Hatch for Mountain View, motioning Gilbert to his right. Chest pass is poked out of bounds, intended for Garland off of Alvarez. 3/4 court, it'll be Hatch to throw it in. Gavin Hatch calling for Garland, swings it to Carrillo instead at the top of the 3-point circle. Jump pass inside, poked away by Jordan. Carnes trying to save it in. He does, and it's saved into Zavala. That's a great defensive play by Wesley Carnes. Here is Carnes. Carnes dribbling by a defender. Left of the lane. He's going to have to kick it back out to Alvarez. Nice defense by Wind. Working off a screen. Alvarez into the paint. Left corner. Carnes' 3 is up, and he threw it off the back of the rim. Ashton Gilbert grabs the rebound for Mountain View. Yeah, he's really their only offense from the outside. Timeout Mountain View with 3:44 to go, second quarter. Mountain View 21, Fort Morgan 16. I'm John Beltran. Mountain View again going for the sweep after defeating Fort Morgan 48-40 in a game that was played in Loveland on January 13th. Mustang girls went down to defeat tonight 81-22 to Mountain View. Fort Morgan's got to figure something out offensively. Had a good first quarter with 14 points, but only 2 in the second. Bank of Colorado believes in keeping things very simple. Apply for the loan you need for your dream home fully online. Visit bankofcolorado.com for all the information today. Let's reset the lineups here. Gavin Hatch, Ashton Gilbert, Dylan Garland, Zachary Wind, and Noah Phillips for Mountain View. For Fort Morgan, Chase Redding, Wesley Carnes, Forrest Jordan, along with Rodrigo Alvarez and Isaias Zavala. Hatch on the left wing, over to Garland. Garland against Alvarez. Bounce pass left baseline. Wind had to go off his foot. He picked it back up. Wind dribbles to his right, spinning, kicking it back out, and it's poked out of bounds by Carnes, intended for Hatch. To the right of the Fort Morgan bench. This will be Mountain View ball with 3:28 to go. In the second quarter, 19 fouls for the Mountain Lions, 6 for Fort Morgan. Both teams obviously, well, Mountain View has already committed enough fouls for Fort Morgan to take free throws. Garland, head of the 3-point circle, left of the lane against Alvarez. Back out straight away. Hatch 3 is off the back of the rim. Long rebound to Garland, goes up and misses left baseline, and the ball is poked out of bounds. It's all Fort Morgan's Forrest Jordan. Garland to throw it in. Mustangs getting beaten on the boards tonight. Left corner for Wind. Now over to Ashton Gilbert. Swings it right side to Phillips against Redding. Spins on Redding. Turns. Has to swing it left side to Gilbert. Gilbert behind the 3-point line. Straight away to Wind. Dribbles to his right against Zavala on the right wing. Losing control of the basketball. Out of bounds is Noah Phillips. Mountain View commits their 7th turnover. The Mustangs have 9 in the game. They'll apply some backcourt pressure, but Wesley Carnes can beat that fairly easily by himself. Carnes dribbles by 1. Still in the backcourt to Alvarez. Crossing midcourt on the right wing. Bounce pass to Zavala. Zavala back out on the bounce to Alvarez on the right side. Now in the right corner to Zavala. Over to Alvarez with a left-handed dribble. Jump pass right side to Zavala. Zavala looking. Swings it at the top for Redding on the left wing to Jordan. Jordan looking. Dribbling to his right. Behind the 3-point line, hands it off to Carnes, fakes the 3, defender in the air, throws up a prayer and misses, but a foul. That's a good job of Wesley following through with that once the contact was made, and Zachary Wind commits his 3rd. Wesley Carnes to shoot 2. With 2.5 to go and the Mustangs down 5. Carnes has not scored in the quarter. He had 7 in the first. Free throw is up and perfect. Averaging 21 points a game. Vansel and Borchert are back in for Zachary Wind and Dylan Garland. Free throw number 2 for Wesley Carnes. In the air, and that's perfect. 9 points for Carnes. Mountain View 21, Fort Morgan 18. Here is Aiden Vansel, right side to Phillips, into the paint all the way, scoops it up and left it short. The ball is tipped around. Borchard has it, now to Gilbert. Here is Hatch. Hatch left in the lane all the way, and I think he lost control. Nope, Alvarez pokes it out of bounds. It stays with Mountain View. Vansel gets it into Phillips in the corner. Straight away now, here's Hatch. Steps in, right wing. Gilbert wide open three. Off to the right. Zavala with a rebound. That was a bad miss there. Zavala with a second rebound. Here's Carnes, middle of the lane. Jump pass inside. It's off of Mountain View, out of bounds, intended for Jordan. Maybe a bounce pass would have worked better. Carnes to throw it in. Garver is back into the game for Forrest Jordan. Yeah, your two best athletes for the Mustangs are clearly Carnes and Garver. Alvarez also out there with Redding. They can do some stuff, and Zavala's he's a gamer. He fights down there. Bounce pass inside to Redding. Redding fades, shoots, and scores off the bounce pass from Carnes. Chase Redding found a seam, and he scored from a couple of feet away. Mustangs are now on a 4-0 run, 21-20, minute 47 to go before the break. Vansel fakes the three all the way, kicks it back out to Kissinger. Straight away to Hatch, wide open triple, yes! Gavin Hatch now has 5 in the game. The lead is back up to 4, 24-20. Carnes right of the lane, ball stripped from behind. He's out of control. That's going to happen. You got to get rid of it earlier than that. Here's Phillips into the paint, all the way, leans, and that should be an offensive foul, and it is. He ran right over Rodrigo Alvarez. An easy call there, Phillips with his second foul. Minute 25 remaining, second quarter. And to throw it in will be Aiden Garver. Garver swings it into Wesley Carnes. Back to Alvarez in the backcourt. Alvarez jump pass cross court to Zavala. It's a 2-on-3. Zavala slams into a defender, and that's an offensive foul, no doubt about it. Ashton Gilbert at position. I don't think the Mustang fans like that call, but you cannot get out of control like that. Zavala with his second. The Mustangs have Gherkin and Zavala with 2 fouls apiece. Minute 8 to go. On the right wing is Kissinger. We're in the second quarter. At the top now for Gilbert. Chest pass left side for Phillips, guarded by Garver, dribbling left baseline. Tries to squeeze between two. Misses the little hook shot. Rebound to Alvarez of Fort Morgan. That's his third. Alvarez into the front court. Alvarez against Gavin Hatch. Left-handed dribble, left of the lane, all the way, scoops it up. And a blocking foul as he misses. Nice move to the bucket. And the foul committed by Kissinger. So 2 free throws here by Alvarez. He kind of dipsy-doed his way into there. Alvarez missed a free throw earlier. He'll have 2 right now. With 50.6 seconds to go, free throw is in the air, and that one is in and out. Since 2003, Western Engineering Consultants has been providing big firm product with small firm relationships. Visit westerneci.com for more. Second free throw is good. 24-21 Mountain View. 43 seconds to go in the second. Hatch against Alvarez. Bounce pass at the top for Phillips on the right wing. 15-footer. Back rimmed it, no. Alvarez with another rebound, his fourth. Alvarez will take it into the front court against Ashton Gilbert. Right of the lane all the way. Puts it up and he missed it. Too strong. Kissinger tries to save it in. Cannot. He's out of bounds. It'll be Fort Morgan basketball. Carnes, the inbounds passer. In the right corner for Redding. Back out towards Garver. Dribbles by Phillips into the lane all the way. Puts it up and in with the right hand to the rack. AG for 2. Garver now has 9. He's tied with Wesley Carnes for that total. Kissinger straight away 3. Missed it off the back of the rim. Carnes goes high for the Mustang rebound. 24-23. 5 seconds to go. Left wing 3. Carnes. Yes! Wesley Carnes just before the buzzer. And the Mustangs have the lead at the break with the score. Fort Morgan 26, Mountain View 24 on B106. and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Aiden Vansel, Gavin Hatch, Javi Carrillo, Noah Phillips, and Zachary Wynn for Mountain View to begin the third quarter. For Fort Morgan, Aiden Garver, Wesley Carnes, Rodrigo Alvarez, Nathan Gherkin, and Forrest Jordan. Mustang basketball up 26-24. Garver at midcourt. Flips it into Carnes in the backcourt. Mustangs on a 6-0 run dating back to the second. Rodrigo Alvarez in the high right. He's going to hand it off to Garver with a left-handed dribble, then try to throw a bounce pass, but it was taken away by Carrillo. Turnover number 12. Mountain View can tie the game on this possession. Straight away, here's Wynn faking the three, right of the lane, leans, banks, left it short. Alvarez grabs his fifth rebound. Long pass to Carnes all the way, lays it up too strong, and there's going to be a tie for the ball, or no, there's going to be a foul. A whistle and a foul committed by Aiden Vansel of Mountain View. Carnes to throw it in. Wesley Carnes looking for the cutter. Inside to Gherkin, he banks and scores to the left of the basket. That was the cutter. Beautiful pass by Carnes. And the Mustangs on an 8-0 run, 28-24. Right side, Carrillo dribbles to his left, and then his pass is taken away by Garver. Here is Carnes. Bounce pass to Alvarez, lays it up, and he missed it. And the ball is tipped into the hands of Gavin Hatch. Oh, the Mustangs nearly capitalized. Here is Carrillo all the way, banks it into the right of the basket. He's got 9. The Mustangs didn't get back on defense. 28-26, that stops the run. Alvarez into the front court, lost control, but picked up by Jordan. Again, stay in control. That was just completely crazy. Cross-court pass to Carnes, fakes the three, and puts up a jump pass to Gherkin. He hooks and scores. I thought he was going to go up and shoot, but another assist by Wesley Carnes. Gherkin now with 4 in the quarter, 6 in the game. Mustangs get those 2 points back. 6.5 to go, third quarter. Fort Morgan 30, Mountain View 26. Near the top, Zachary Wynn on the left side to Vansel, guarded by Alvarez. At the top, wide open, Carrillo 3, left it very short, but the long rebound to Hatch. Hatch, jump pass to Wynn, right baseline against Jordan. Jump pass back out, tipped away by Carnes, taken by Phillips, all the way, scoops it up and in. Little finger roll by Noah Phillips in the lane. He's got 6 points. Alvarez the other way. Down low for Gherkin, double teamed. He hooks it up off to the right. Rebound to Carrillo. Carrillo with his fourth. With the outlet to Vansel. Fort Morgan 30, Mountain View 28. 5:53 remaining in the third. On the high right, Wynn, right corner, catch 3 is off the back of the rim, and the ball is loose on the floor. It's picked up by Wynn, and he's fouled. The Mustang foul is on Forrest Jordan. That'll be his second. Vansel, the inbounds passer. Here comes Chase Redding in for Nathan Gherkin. Gherkin had a nice offensive run there. Vansel looking, lobs it inside to Carrillo. He banks and misses, but Redding fouled him. Got him with a body. 2 free throws for Javi Carrillo. First foul on Redding. Yeah, neither team is able to shoot consistently well. Now 2 free throws here for Javi Carrillo. He bends, he shoots, and scores. 10 points for Carrillo. Mountain View trails Fort Morgan 30-29. Second free throw is up, and the game is tied at 30. It's good. Carnes for the Mustangs. Across the timeline. On the outside left, dribbling left baseline. Bounce pass inside is poked away. Loose on the floor. Taken by Jordan. Jordan in the lane. Bounce pass to Redding. Redding puts it up, and he's fouled as he misses. Chase Redding to the basket there. Off the loose ball, and he drew the foul committed by Zachary Wynn. That is going to be his 4th. Well, that's a really strong move there by Redding. Got the defender in the air. And Ashton Gilbert will check in momentarily for Mountain View. Redding bounces bends, shoots, misses very short. Barely got to the rim. All Reading can do is give Fort Morgan a 1-point lead. With free throw number 2. Reading again. That is good. Got rim, got glass. It went down for Chase Reading. 31-30 Fort Morgan. 5:23 remaining in the third. Aiden Vansel jump past the Hatch in the lane. Fades from 10. Misses badly. Aiden Garver with a rebound. That's his 4th. Garver across midcourt, met by Carrillo. Maintains the dribble. Crossover. Left of the lane. Over to Jordan. Spinning, turning, shooting, and missing. Got nothing but glass. An ugly miss. Aiden Vansel with a rebound on the outlet to Hatch. Hatch will set it up for Mountain View. The Lions trying to go for the lead here. In the right corner for Gilbert. Lob down low for Phillips against Garver. And he knocks into him. No whistle. Garver to the ground and Phillips banks it in. Well, I guess the officials thought that was a flop. 32-31. Mountain View. Backcourt bounce pass to Carnes. Carnes with a left-handed dribble. Carnes is fouled. 3rd foul committed by Mountain View. In this quarter, Aiden Vansel with a 2nd. Gherkin is going to check back in for Forrest Jordan. And we have a technical foul. Aiden Garver commits the technical foul. I'm not sure what he said or did, but the foul is on Garver, and that's too bad because now Mountain View has 2 free throws and the ball. I don't think that's the first technical foul this year on Garver. In a close game, you cannot do something like that. He's going to be taken out of the game here for Zavala. Noah Phillips with a free throw is up, and that's in and out. Still 32-31 Mountain View, but they will have possession of the basketball. Second free throw is in the air, and that one is good. And Garver is out. Hopefully they don't lose this game by a point or two. You look back at plays like that. I mean, it takes a myriad of plays, but you don't give them a free throw there on the Tech. You just have to stay in control. Easier said than done, without a doubt. Aiden Vansel against Carnes. Jump pass tipped away, but Carrillo's got it at the head of the three-point circle. Left side to Phillips. Dribbles into the paint. Phillips all the way is fouled on the floor by Zavala. That's going to be the 14th foul on Fort Morgan. And we still have 4:28 to go in the third quarter. A lot of fouls being committed early in the second half. Vansel. Bounce pass to Hatch in the left corner. Over to Phillips. Jump pass is tipped away by Zavala. And it's intercepted. Turnover number 10 against Mountain View. Here's Alvarez dribbling towards the right baseline. He puts it up and in! Rodrigo Alvarez with a beautiful move. He scooped and scored. And the game is tied at 33. 4:05 remaining in the third. On the right wing, Gilbert against Reading. At the top now, here's Noah Phillips. Left baseline for Hatch against Alvarez. Trap double team. Back out to Vansel. Vansel, baseball pass to Gilbert. Right corner for Phillips. Penetrates into a defender. Defender in the air. Bang, scores and a foul. Phillips to the line. And Mountain View leads by 2. Fouls on Reading. Actually, pretty good defense there, but Phillips is a hot scorer now. 7 points in the quarter, 11 in the game. Dylan Garland is back into the contest. 35-33 Mountain View. Free throw by Phillips is up and off to the left. Ball is chased down by Garland. Now here's Phillips with a 3, and he missed it badly. Nathan Gherkin grabs the board for the Mustangs. Jump pass to Carnes in the right wing. Dribbles right baseline all the way, scoops it up, and he missed it. Rebound to Javi Carrillo. Carrillo with a 6th, and he threw it away. Alvarez spins, turns, and he misses on the left baseline. Off that turnover by Mountain View. Rebound to Dylan Garland. Mountain View the other way, 35-33. 3:20 to go in the third. Ashton Gilbert in the left corner against Chase Reading. Gilbert, baseball pass, cross court for Garland. He's spinning on Wesley Carnes at the top, then lost control. Zavala's got it. Flips it forward to Carnes. Carnes all the way, lays it up and in. Wesley Carnes now with 14. The game is tied at 35. 2:58 remaining in the third. Boy, a great game from Fort Morgan High School. Not a high scoring, but a very competitive one. On the right wing, Hatch. Cross-court pass, Garland. Wide open three, left it very short. Zavala with his third rebound for Fort Morgan. Falling to the floor there is Carnes, and then Zavala to Alvarez, who got sloppy, and there's a tie-up at midcourt, and possession arrow goes over to Mountain View. I don't know why Rodrigo didn't get rid of that much earlier. He had a couple of teammates wide open. He is out, and Charlie Langford is into the game for the first time. But Alvarez made a nice move moments ago on the right baseline to score. Yeah, you've just got to compound those successes. 35-35, right wing to Carrillo, pulls up from 8 and scores. On the right wing there, that is Javi Carrillo. 6 points in the quarter, 13 in the game. Langford the other way, hop step, and he traveled. Yeah, that is completely out of control. Completely out of control. And here is Cameron Borchard in for Noah Phillips. You can take that hop step, but you got to make sure then you get rid of it. And I don't know what happened there, but you could tell there was trouble headed for the Mustangs. 37-35 Mountain View with 2:12 remaining in the third. Hatch straight away for Carrillo on the left wing. Here is Cameron Borchard, guarded by Zavala. Left corner for Garland, dribbling to his right, spinning on Carnes on the left baseline. Double team, swings it back out to Hatch. Carrillo straight away three is going to be an air ball, and Mountain View cannot save it in. Garland gave it a shot, but it's Fort Morgan basketball. Mustangs were up by 2 to begin the quarter. They're down by 2. We have less than 2 minutes to go. Wesley Carnes to Charlie Langford. Charlie front court pass to Zavala. Zavala jump pass. Right wing Redding. Shot from 15 is good. Chase Redding scores. Nice jumper by Redding. 5 points in the game. We're tied at 37. A minute 37 remaining in the third. Carrillo jump pass towards Gilbert on the right baseline. Down low for Borchard. On the left wing, three is up and good by Dylan Garland, his second of the game. Garland with 6 points. Mountain View back up 40-37. Here is Wesley Carnes in the high right, dribbling towards the right baseline, fouled. That'll be the 14th foul against Mountain View. And committed by Cameron Borchard, his second. Just past the top of the hour, this is Morgan County's B106. KPRB Brush, Fort Morgan, Garver, and Alvarez back into the game for Zavala. And Wesley Carnes, who's getting a breather for the final. Big game for the Mustangs on their quest to become one of the 32 teams in the 4A state tournament. Second free throw is around and good. Alvarez not shooting well tonight from the line. He's only 2 out of 5. Third free throw is right there. 40-39 Mountain View, a minute 12 to go, third quarter. Aiden Vansel met by Alvarez with a left-handed dribble just across the timeline. To his right, maintains the dribble. Dribbles towards the right baseline, spinning, turning, swinging it back out. Gilbert, wide open three. That's very short. Long rebound to Vansel. Back out to Gilbert. 52 seconds to go. On the left wing, Borchard. Long three. Yes! Cameron Borchard, scored. 43-39. 39 seconds to go, third quarter. Alvarez for the Mustangs. Getting a pick from Redding, dribbling to his left, spinning on the defender, had the ball poked away. Redding chases it down near midcourt with 29 seconds to go. Jump pass to Gherkin, right baseline, pulls up and scores. Little 5-footer for Nathan Gherkin. 6 in the quarter, 8 in the game. Mountain View 43, Fort Morgan 41. 17 seconds to go, third quarter. Garland straight away against Redding. Swings it in the off corner there to Dylan Garland. Garland with the basketball with 7, with 6. Hands it off to Phillips with 4 in the paint. Scoops it up and he missed it. Rebound to Alvarez, and he'll throw up about an 80-footer well short. And three quarters are complete. Mountain View 43, Fort Morgan 41. on B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. John Beltran back with you. Let's head to the fourth quarter. Mountain View 43, Fort Morgan 41. And to trigger it in is Chase Redding out there with Rodrigo Alvarez, Aiden Garver, Nathan Gherkin, and Charlie Langford. Dribbling left baseline is Garver, and he is pushed. 16 foul. I think Phillips got him. That'll be his third. And Alvarez to throw it in to the right of the basket. Lobs it on the outside left to Gherkin. Straight away to Charlie Langford. Langford left-handed dribble. Now to Alvarez on the left wing. He puts up a long three, and that hits nothing but window. Ugly miss. Rebound to Noah Phillips. Phillips to Garland, and his runner's no good. He gets it back, and he scores. Oh, Garland with an easy one. 8 points. Rebound and basket. 45-41. Mountain View, 7:22 to go in the game. Langford on the left wing, backing up. Back out to Rodrigo Alvarez. Carnes is on the bench right now. Left to the lane, forces it up and misses. Aiden Vansel with a rebound. You need Carnes in the game right now. He's coming in. I'm not sure why he didn't start the quarter. Here's Garland. Fakes a three, spins against Redding. Bounce pass to the cutting Phillips, and he is fouled on the floor, but that's going to be a 16 foul. Fouls committed by Redding. That's his third. Langford is out. And into the game is Wesley Carnes. To throw it in will be Aiden Vansel. 1 minute into the fourth quarter. Mountain View up by 4. Zachary Wynn at the top for Garland, who's played very well. Left wing for Wing. Wind in the paint. Wind all the way. Jump pass right corner. Phillips three. And it's in and out. Gherkin with a rebound. That was halfway down. Gherkin grabs his second board. Now to Carnes. Carnes is going to put up a runner off the back of the rim and in! Little 10-footer took the high bounce for Wesley Carnes. 16 points for the seniors. 6.5 to go. Mountain View 45. Fort Morgan 43. Left-handed dribble for Garland just across midcourt, met by Alvarez. On the left wing now to Vansel. Jump pass to Phillips. Double teamed into a defender. Garver to the ground. Phillips banks it in. Chase Redding thought that he pushed off. There's a long pass to Gherkin underneath the basket. Back out to Garver. Spinning. Left to the lane. Over to Alvarez. Left corner. The three is up. And that's off the back of the rim. Garland with the rebound. The Mustangs down 47-43. 6 minutes to go in the game. Garland at midcourt. Jump pass is taken by Vansel. It's a 4-on-3. The three is up and off the back of the rim. Rodrigo Alvarez grabs his 7th rebound. Along the side, he's able to maintain control. Here is Wesley Carnes against Vansel on the right side. Back near the timeline now to Alvarez off that chest pass. Alvarez slowing it down for the Fort Morgan offense. 5:35 to go, dribbling left baseline, putting it up, and it looked like it was contact. He threw up an air ball. Zachary Wynn down with the basketball. Jump pass, Garland, right wing, Borchert three. Yes, that's a killer right now in a low-scoring game. And that's now a 5-0 run for Mountain View. Mountain View 50, Fort Morgan 43. 5:16 remaining from Stan Lampe Gymnasium in Fort Morgan. Mustangs need a bucket now. Here on the right wing is Aiden Garver. Garver against Phillips. Jump pass to Redding. Redding holding the ball up high in the left wing to Gherkin. Hands it off to Carnes. Carnes backs up, can't take that three. Vansel right there. Baseball pass to the top for Alvarez into the paint. Back out to Carnes. Fakes the three. Dribbles to his right. Between his legs. Spinning. And he's fouled. That should be the 17th foul. And a technical foul on Vansel. Oh, man, he mouthed off a little bit. It's going to be a tech and perhaps a personal on him. So that's going to be a 1-and-1 and 2 free throws and the ball. And that's with a 7-point lead. Mountain View did not want to do that. Did not want to do that whatsoever. And in fact, the foul was called on Borchert. But Vansel with a technical, and he's beside himself. Taken out of the game. And that's the technical foul being signaled. So here we go with Wesley Carnes at the line. This should be the front end of the 1-1. And then if he misses, he'll take 2 free throws. So it could be as many as 4 free throws. Yeah, you don't take the technicals first because you're going to have the ball anyway. So it's the front end of the 1-1, the 18 foul. If he makes it, he gets a second. Free throw is up and in for Carnes. He's got 17 in the game. Back end of the 1-1. Well, Vansel now is back in. That's up, and that's good. Now you have 2 free throws taken by Carnes. Mountain View 50, Fort Morgan 45. 4:52 to go in the game. This could be a 4-point play and possession, and that one is good. Carnes now with 19 points, 2 shy of a season average. Free throw number 4 is right there, nothing but string. Carnes is 6 out of 6 from the line. All of a sudden, it's a 3-point game. Mountain View 50, Fort Morgan 47. No, Vansel's now out. So it's Hatch, Carrillo, Borchert, Phillips, and Dylan Garland. The Mustangs with Jordan, Redding, Gherkin, Garver, and Carnes. Carnes off the handoff from Redding, dribbles right baseline, and his runner's up and short from 10, gets the rebound, goes back up, and misses as the ball hung on the rim. Garland with a rebound. Oh, man, nearly went down for Wesley Carnes. In the backcourt, jump pass to Garland from Hatch. Now into the front court. It's a 4-on-3. Hatch left corner. Carrillo wide open 3. Short. Ball is tipped around to Phillips. Dribbles, and we've got a foul. I believe it's a foul on Garver. That would be the 17th foul. Did he go up for the shot? Well, now they're saying it's on Carnes. Carnes commits his first. Yeah, it's a 1-1. It's not a 2 free throws. And Alvarez about to check in, more than likely for Redding or Jordan. Free throw is up and around and good. That's Noah Phillips, averaging nearly 16 a game. Tonight has got 14. So Redding is out. It's Alvarez, Jordan, Gherkin, Carnes, and Garver, the 5 starters for the Mustangs. Mountain View up 51-47 with 4:26 to go in the game. Second free throw, yes. The lead is 5. Wesley Carnes in the backcourt to Alvarez. Alvarez jump pass front court to Garver. Garver dribbling, and he's fouled on the floor. That's Gavin Hatch. So now it's a 1-1 for Aiden Garver. Could be lots of free throws in this fourth quarter. That is the 19th foul on Mountain View. Need every point you could get. You're down by 5. Plenty of time left in this game. Free throw is up and good. The Mustangs have been very good from the free throw line tonight. 10 out of 13 in the opening half. And right now they're 8 out of 10 in the second half, and that one is in. 9 of 11. And timeout. Mountain View will keep it right here. Mountain View 52, Fort Morgan 49. 4 minutes and 18 seconds to go. You can count on Wiggins Electric for quick, efficient, and courteous service to keep you up and running. They provide you with the service and products you need at your most critical time. That is Wiggins Electric. You got to love a game that goes down to the wire. And Fort Morgan has winnable games coming up. Here against Roosevelt. Tonight against Mountain View. Even against Northridge, that's not out of the question. They lost by 23 in Greeley, but Northridge has had a rough season. And there's no reason to think that the Mustangs cannot pull it off in this one. It will be Mountain View basketball after the 2 free throws from Aiden Garver. Fort Morgan has made 19 free throws tonight. 19 of 24. Yeah, when you're in that 80% range, you're certainly doing your job. Dylan Garland to throw it in the backcourt. Gets it to Hatch. Mustangs with some pressure. Jump pass to Phillips. Now to Garland. Garland across midcourt against Alvarez. Bounce pass free throw line for Phillips. Left corner for Carrillo. Let's see if they take some time off the clock as we approach the 4-minute mark. Right corner three is well short. Missed by Borchert, but off of Redding's right hand out of bounds. It ricocheted so violently that Redding couldn't control it. Garland to throw it in. Left to the basket on the offensive end. Looking for the cutter. Bounce pass inside. Banking and scoring is Hatch. He beat Alvarez to the spot. That's a big bucket. The lead is back up to 5, 54-49. Here's Wesley Carnes fouled by Hatch. Boy, Hatch is just playing some sloppy defense. That's team foul number 10. And you're fouling the best offensive player on the team. Hatch now with 2 fouls. Back to the line is Wesley Carnes with a 54-49 Mountain View lead. The 3 minutes and 53 seconds seems like an eternity. I mean, you get inside of 2 minutes, it's an eternity. Carnes is 6 out of 6 and now 6 out of 7 deep on the free throw. Carnes tonight has got 20 points, 1 shy of his average. Zachary Wind is in for Cameron Borchert. It'll still be a 2-possession game, even with a made free throw from Carnes. He bends, he shoots, and he connects. Mountain View 54, Fort Morgan 50. Got to get that point on the board. There you go. Front court pass to Noah Phillips in the right wing against Redding. Right corner for Borchert. Jump pass inside to Hatch. Back out to Borchert. Or check that, that's Zachary Wynn. Borchert not in there. They just look alike. Right wing Hatch. Dribbles right in the lane. Backs it out straight away to Carrillo. They're going to take some time off the clock here with 3:28 to go in the game. Noah Phillips against Carnes. Jump pass to Wind, and it's poked away by Garver, and then a foul committed by Wind as Garver forced the turnover. First turnover by either team in the quarter, and that's going to be a loose ball foul, so that's going to be 2 free throws for Garver. And Wind is fouled out. He fouls out with 2 points. Keep in mind, Fort Morgan had 11 turnovers in the opening half, only 2 in the second half. And now the free throws here from Aiden Garver. Garver tonight is 7 out of 8 from the line. He scored 11 points. He can make this a 1-possession game, and he makes the first one. Good-looking ball player. Second free throw upcoming for the junior Aiden Garver. He bends, he spins, he shoots, and that one is short, but it's a lane violation anyway. So even if it had gone down, it wouldn't have counted. 54-51, 3:20 to go in the game. Jump pass in the front court to Borchert. Lob down low for Carrillo, and he lost the ball out of bounds. That is turnover number 14. Fort Morgan can tie it on this possession. Plenty of time remaining in the game. 3 minutes and 13 seconds. Carnes left in the lane, backs up now for a 3. Yes! Oh man, and then he just backed up and took a long one. Carnes now has 24, tied at 54. We have 3 minutes to go in the game. Here is Phillips all the way, scoops it up, left-handed miss, and the rebound is controlled by Chase Redding. The Mustangs can take the lead, and do we have a foul at midcourt by Borchert? We do. I mean, Mountain View is getting overly aggressive on defense. Borchert with his 4th. What a shot there by Wesley Carnes. 2 free throws for Chase Redding. Mustangs vying for the lead. Free throw is up, and he missed it badly off to the left. Free throw number 2 is coming. Still anybody's game, obviously, because we have 2 minutes and 52 seconds to go in a tie game at 54. Redding for the lead. Yes. Mustangs with a 55-54 lead. They're on a 6-0 run. Hatch in the backcourt. Overhead pass to Garland. Garland with a left-handed dribble against Carnes. Timeout, Mountain View. With 2 minutes and 47 seconds to go in the game. Fort Morgan 55, Mountain View 54. Setting up for an instant classic from Stan Lampe Gymnasium at Fort Morgan High School. And really where this game turned is when it was 50-43 Mountain View. Aiden Vansel committed a technical foul after a personal foul was called on Cameron Borchert. Wesley Carnes went to the line, made 4 consecutive free throws, and it was 50-47. So from there, Fort Morgan is on a 12-4 run. Gherkin, Alvarez, Redding, Carnes, and Garver for the Mustangs. Hatch, Garland, Phillips, Carrillo, and Borchert for Mountain View. Near midcourt, there's the inbounds pass to Hatch. Hatch bounce pass was kicked. Yeah, if Fort Morgan gets the ball back without Mountain View scoring, they really don't have to shoot, even though we have tons of time, so they'll probably play it straight up and just have a regular possession. Hatch in the backcourt, bounce pass front court to Garland. Garland with a right-handed dribble, back out to Hatch. Hatch just beyond midcourt with 2.5 to go in the game. On the right wing to Garland, looking down low, bounce pass to Phillips inside, and he was fouled from behind as he goes to the floor. Alvarez commits the foul, the team's 8th. His 2nd. Noah Phillips, who has 15 points tonight, with a 1-and-1. He's 3 out of 5 from the stripe to tie the game and get a second free throw. That one is up, and that one is no good. And the ball is tipped around to Borchert. Borchert jump pass to Garland. Cross court to Phillips. Right corner, Carrillo, 3. That's missed. Nathan Gherkin has the rebound for the Mustangs. Now control the basketball. And then Garver's fouled by Carrillo in the backcourt. I don't know what Mountain View is doing, committing fouls far away from the basket. Carrillo with his 3rd. 2 free throws for Garver. Mustangs will take this all day. All day. Still have 2:14 to go in the game. Still a 1-possession lead, even if Garver makes both. Free throw is up, and that one is in and out. Second free throw is upcoming. You want to be up by at least 2 points. Let's see if Aiden can convert. That one is up, and he got it. Fort Morgan 56, Mountain View 54, 2:11 to go in the game. Backcourt pass to Carrillo. Mustangs are pressuring. Now to Garland. Jump pass is tipped away, and it's intercepted by Redding, but then he lost control out of bounds. Oh, Chase Redding lost control. He's pretty sure-handed. First turnover for Fort Morgan in the quarter. Only 3.5. We have 2 minutes to go in the game. Mustangs 56, Mountain Lions 54. Hatch had the ball kicked by Garver on the bounce pass towards Garland. Along the side, quarter court, Garland inbounds it to Hatch, now to Garland. Garland on the high left with the basketball, picks up the dribble, back out to Hatch. On the right wing, Carrillo, right corner for Phillips. Swings it back out to Hatch, won't take that 3 against Carnes. Spinning on Carnes, back out, straight away. The 3 is up and good. That is nailed by Dylan Garland. That's his 3rd of the game. And here is Carnes the other way, puts it up and he missed it. Rebound to Gherkin, and he missed that one. And the rebound is pulled down by Dylan Garland. The Mustangs had opportunities. And then the ball is loose at midcourt, and it's taken away by the Mustangs. Here is Wesley Carnes in the lane, and I think he traveled, and he did. Yep, little hop step. That is a travel. They'll call it every time. And are we going to have a timeout here? Nope. Substitution. Vansel's into the game. Mountain View 57, Fort Morgan 56. On Dylan Garland's three-pointer moments ago with 1:19 to go. Mountain Lions have the ball. Vansel to throw it in. Mustangs with all types of pressure. And they might have to foul and get Mountain View to the line. They've got 18 fouls, this Fort Morgan. Mountain View's committed 10. Mountain View does not need to shoot. Gavin Hatch in the backcourt against Carnes. Bounce pass front court to Vansel. Vansel swings it left corner for Carrillo. Carrillo back out, nearly tipped away. The ball is loose. It's tipped towards midcourt. Vansel's got it. The jump pass to Hatch in the right corner. Borchert fakes the three, then passes it back out to Hatch. 58 seconds to go in the game. Mountain View 57. Fort Morgan 56. Vansel on the right wing. Here's Hatch. Back out to Phillips. 49 seconds to go, and Gherkin commits the foul. Gherkin with his third. Phillips with a 1-and-1. He missed moments ago. 49.1 seconds to go. Now it should be not 2 free throws. That's 1. 1-and-1, yeah. It's a 1-and-1 19 foul. Official had erroneously signaled for 2. Noah Phillips with a free throw is up and in. 58-56 Mountain View. Could be a full 1-possession game with a made free throw. Phillips now with 16 points in the game. He spins, he shoots, and he scores. Timeout Mountain View. 59-56. Well, he knows he's going to get the ball here. Wesley Carnes. Carnes tonight has got 24 points, 3 above his season average. The Mustangs had a momentary lead, but Mountain View has come back, and Dylan Garland gave them the lead. After being down 2, he nailed a 3-pointer. You've got to set a screen here for Carnes. He could also take it to the basket. Wesley's capable of generating offense in more ways than one. Vansel, Phillips, Hatch, Ashton Gilbert, Javi Carrillo for Mountain View. Carnes, Redding, now Alvarez back in along with Aiden Garver and Nathan Gherkin for the Mustangs. Backcourt pressure being applied. They're going to double team Carnes on the inbounds pass. Looking for Carnes, bounce pass to Carnes. Carnes along the left baseline. Carnes jump pass inside to Gherkin. Gherkin goes up and scores off the glass. It's 59-58. Timeout. 41.4 seconds to go. Well, that's a great play by Carnes. He has another assist tonight. Gherkin now with 10 points, 8 in the half. And again, with the way Fort Morgan's playing defensively, who knows? They don't even need to foul. They might force a turnover. Mountain View tonight has 16 turnovers unofficially. The Mustangs have 15, but only 4 in this half. Mountain View 59, Fort Morgan 58. Let's see where Fort Morgan places their defense. They don't want to get beat on the back end either. Gherkin will be the furthest from the basketball. Right on top of the inbounds passer is Carnes. Vansel to throw it in. This is a tight man-to-man off the inbounds pass. I don't think you foul on the backcourt. I think you foul if they get into the front court. Don't foul on the backcourt. That wouldn't make any sense. Vansel bounce pass into Hatch. Hatch pressured by Alvarez. There's a long pass towards Borchard. He taps it over to Carrillo, who banks it in. The Mustangs got beat on the back end. 61-58. As Carrillo scores, Carnes the other way. And he puts it up, and Carnes left it a too-strong rebound. Gherkin puts it up and in! And a foul! Gherkin is fouled, and the Mustangs draw to within 1. And the foul is committed by Cameron Borchert. Oh, man, what a big foul that was. And Nathan Gherkin can tie the game with a made free throw. 22.8 seconds to go. Ashton Gilbert back into the game. And Borchert is fouled out with 9 points. 2 players have been disqualified for Mountain View. Borchert and Zachary Wind. If Gherkin misses, they'll have to foul or come up with a loose ball. Nathan Gherkin. Bends, shoots, and in and out! And the ball is tipped out of bounds. It is off Fort Morgan. They're going to say that Garver touched it last. Oh, so close, but Gherkin's Shot was in and out. 21 and a half seconds to go. Mountain View 61, Fort Morgan 60. Vansel looking to throw it in the backcourt to Hatch. Don't foul till you get it to the front court. Here is Vansel. Now you got a foul on the right wing. 14 seconds to go. On the left wing is Phillips. There's the foul with 12.6. Wesley Carnes commits the foul. A two-shot foul. Gavin Hatch to the line. Carnes with his second. Hatch has 7 points tonight. He's a left-hander, a senior. 61-60. Free throw is in the air, and that's off the back of the rim. Now you got to grab the rebound. He misses. You could go for the win. You could still go for the win with a three-pointer. Timeout, Fort Morgan. What a game. 61-60. And there'll be a second free throw coming up for Gavin Hatch. If he makes it, the Mustangs can obviously tie it with a 2 or win it with a 3. And the way Wesley Carnes is playing, his passing has been great. He could just penetrate and do his thing. Carnes has got 10 points in the quarter, 10 of his 24. But all Mountain View now can do is extend to a 2-point lead. So here we go. Gavin Hatch with a second free throw. Will he make this to give Mountain View a 2-point advantage? Redding and Gherkin on the inside slot closest to the basket. Gavin Hatch with free throw number 2. It is up, and he missed it, and Redding with a rebound, and a timeout with 11 and a half seconds to go. Or what do we have here? Do we lane violation? Did we have a lane violation? I guess we did. One free throw. Oh, man. Well, this will be a second chance for Hatch for a 2-point lead. Does he make it? And he does not. Redding grabs the rebound. 9 seconds to go. Here is Wesley Carnes in the high right with 7. He hands it off to Garver. Pulls up from 10. Left it short. Gherkin with a rebound. Kicks it back out. Redding for a 3, and the win is off to the right. And Mountain View wins the game. 61-60. Oh, the Mustangs had a shot. Redding nearly put it down at the buzzer. But Mountain View wins the game 61-60, a heartbreaking loss for the Fort Morgan Mustangs. They had a shot. Wesley Carnes was bombarded. No way he could get off anything, as Garver missed, and so did Redding on the final possession of the game. Let's take a 1-minute break. We'll wrap it up after this, as the Mustangs go down by a score of 61-60. You're listening to Fort Morgan Mustang basketball on B106, on the TuneIn app, B106.com, and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. The Mustang postgame show brought to you by Advanced Agri Solutions. Make sure the nutrients you purchase for your field are getting to your crops. Get a full plan of seed, food, and water. Advanced Agri Solutions. Call Dusty or Roxy, 970-571-2024. What a heartbreaker it was for the Fort Morgan Mustangs tonight at home against Mountain View. They lose the game 61-60, as Fort Morgan had an opportunity at the end with shots missed by Aiden Garver essentially inside the free throw line. And then a three at the buzzer by Chase Redding. 14-9 Mustangs after one, 26-24 at the break. Mountain View then outscored Fort Morgan 19-15 in the third. And the Mustangs outscored them by one in the fourth. But they lose 61-60. Let's run through the numbers tonight. For the visiting Mountain Lions, Noah Phillips, 17 points, 15 for Javi Carrillo. Dylan Garland with 11. Cameron Borchard had 9, 7 for Gavin Hatch, and 2 points for Zachary Wind. For the Mustangs, they got 24 points from Wesley Carnes, 13 from Aiden Garver. Nathan Gherkin had 12, 6 from Chase Redding, and 5 from Rodrigo Alvarez. 30 rebounds unofficially for Mountain View. They got 6 from Zachary Wind and Javi Carrillo. The Mustangs had 23, as they got 7 rebounds from Rodrigo Alvarez. The Mustangs from the line were pretty good, 24 of 34. And Mountain View only at 67%, 12 of 18. 16 turnovers for Mountain View, 15 for Fort Morgan, only 4 for the Mustangs after halftime. But a crushing loss. They fall to 2-10 in league play, 5-12 overall. Mountain View 7-5 in the league, and 9-7 on the season in that 5A, 4A Longs Peak League. Well, we'll do it once again coming up on Thursday night, 5:30 on B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. The Mustangs will be on the road against the Severn Silver Knights, and I'll be there in Severn for the call of those two games. Final scores once again tonight. The Mountain View girls defeat Fort Morgan 81-22, and the Mustang boys fall by a score of 61-60. I'm John Beltran for Mustang Basketball, live from Stan Lampe Gymnasium in Fort Morgan on B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network.